Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. This video is all about customer service. You're going to not only learn and understand why customer service is such a big deal for your business, but I'm going to teach you how to get trained and how to build the systems in your business so you can get great at customer service, which can be a huge asset to your business. And then you can pass it off to someone who can manage it for you. Because as an entrepreneur, there are obviously better things for you to do with your time, but knowing what's going on in your business from a customer perspective through customer service can be incredibly valuable for your business. And I like to think of customer service as an opportunity to impress your customers, an opportunity to leave a lasting mark with your customers of how great you actually are. There's some very large businesses that have quickly grown to $1 billion a year in revenue that take this same sort of philosophy. And I've worked in customer support call centers for years and years and years before going all in on the digital side of the world. So I've got a lot of real world corporate kind of cubicle style experience, and there's enough data from big companies that says this is vitally important for your business. So there's one really big misunderstood phrase in the world of customer support, and that is that the customer is always right. And you hear this touted around. It's kind of like one of those headlines that everybody seems to, all the fake gurus seem to say the same headline, and it's not exactly true. I think the truth of the situation is that your customer thinks they're always right. Right? Your customer is always thinking that they are right. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are, but that's the thought process that's going in through their head. And as a customer service representative, your job is to find out what's their ultimate goal and to do whatever you can to really help them achieve their goal. And even if you're the CEO in your business and you're doing support every day, guess what? For that hour or 2 hours or whatever it was for you, you are a customer service representative. So you need to get great at the process. And again, seeing that process as an opportunity for you to really give a powerful, positive experience with your brand, right? Most of your customers have the interaction of your front-end content, maybe your advertisement, maybe your funnel, but they don't necessarily engage very often with a real person. When they have a challenge downloading their files, or they want a refund, or something didn't work right, or they bought it twice and they need one of them refunded, and you are Johnny on the spot, you close that ticket within 12 hours, you give them a really good experience, you say, hey, thanks, I maybe even add something else digital on if they had a challenge or a problem, they're gonna walk away thinking, wow, I took a leap of faith on buying this random thing. I clicked on a Facebook ad, I entered my email address, and then I bought this thing. And I was a little curious if there was any real people here, if this was a scam, and they just did me right. Wow. In that moment, you may have actually gained a customer for life, and you may have actually improved your lifetime value, not to mention you might get that little social share from them saying, hey, I just had a little experience with so-and-so's customer support, and they really did me right. The flip mode of this is a lot of people who use review websites, whether it's Google reviews, whether it's Yelp, whatever those review websites are, a lot of those people are only going to log in when they feel burned. And if you're the person who makes them feel burned because they think they're always right, and you don't realize that, and you don't work within that framework that they're coming from mentally, the odds of them burning you are much higher. Odds of them giving you a 1-star review and busting out the flamethrower, unfortunately, are very high. So that's another reason why it's really important to move forward and give great customer service. So what if you've never done customer support before, right? Like, what if this is totally new to you? Well, I think the best place for you to go is zapposinsights.com. Zappos is the shoe retailer that was bought by Amazon, and that grew. It's an amazing story of a very lean startup that started as a WordPress website. The guy walked to his local, or drove to his local shoe store, and essentially asked the owner, like, hey, can I take pictures of your shoes? I'm trying to sell them online. If I sell any, I'll pay full retail from you. I just want to prove this model. So he got his minimum viable product up running on a basic WordPress website, and he has really focused that business on creating wow experiences for their customers through the customer support world. Then they decided to give away their entire training manual for customer support. So you can get it again at zapposinsights.com. Up top, there's the customer service training tab. You click on that and you can go in, and it's got like two aspects. You can look at it from a kind of managerial role, and then you can look at it from a frontline. You are actually a customer representative. So I recommend you go through this yourself. And obviously when you bring in new teammates, you want to get them to go through it as well. And it's so important for you to actually master the art, master the craft before you hand it off. You're never going to be able to hand off your business's customer support unless you know how to do it. So it does start with you actually doing the work. So that's the training. That's some of the best world-class training that you can possibly get your hands on, and it's available free for you. It just takes time. Mastering the process and ultimately love your customers, right? It really does come down to this idea of your customers are ultimately the kind of machine that runs the business, right? Your business is a cash flow machine, and your customers are the most important people in that world. And somebody, even if they're asking for a refund right now, you don't necessarily know what their life circumstances are in this moment. They might turn out to be a very, very valuable customer in the future as long as you honor their request in the now. Again, you never know what people are going through at this moment in their life. So if they're a little curt, if they're a little short, if they're a little maybe even aggressive, understand they might have a lot going on in their life at this moment in time. Do your best to remove the emotions. You are simply kind of the conduit for them to achieve what they want, to get their ultimate goal. If it's within reason, help them achieve their goal. Generally, I've got a 60-day money-back guarantee on all the products on my wife's website. If somebody emails me on day 62 asking for a refund, I'm going to give it to them, right? Like, I'm not going to be an absolute stickler. I want to be known in our business. I want my team and our customers to know us as someone who's there to do the right thing by our customers, because we know that our content's great, our products are great, and if they have a positive experience with us, the odds of them coming back are significant. So we always take that aspect, and we love every single customer, even the ones who go and ask for refunds. It just is a natural part of business. It's going to happen, and there's no avoiding it. Let's talk about the technical side of things. One of the first things I think is super important for you to do is get your customer support and your support email out of your inbox and out of a inbox. You don't want to be managing your customer support through a Gmail inbox or a webmail inbox at your company. You obviously want support@yourdomain.com to be a very easy to find email address. You do want it to be inside of the emails that you send people. You want it to be inside of the members area if you have a members area. You really want them to know easily how to get a hold of you. And then for you on your end, I recommend you run it through Freshdesk. Now, I've looked, there's a lot of different ticketing systems, and if you want to do a bunch of research and go find the perfect one for you, go for it. The kind of joke is that there is no perfect one, right? You'll find the best one that'll kind of get you most of the things you feel like you need so you can get going. This is really important, and Freshdesk is like a free one, and I'm kind of I'm a lean entrepreneur, right? I'm a bootstrapper, so I like the free one. You can grow it for like $19 a month when you bring on additional teammates to buy them their own accounts, but for your first account, it's free. So the first big goal is to get the support out of your inbox and into an actual customer support system. What this will allow you to do is start to build up your library of templates and your canned responses. They might have different names in different systems, but you're going to notice that you probably get one of 7 or 8 emails over and over and over. For us, it's, I can't download this MP3. And it's funny because people on iPhones, they can never figure out how to download it, but Steve Jobs decided not to give you the ability to download files on your phone, right? So it's a physical limitation of their hardware. We have a template that tells them you got to download it from your computer and move it over from iTunes. Thank you, Steve Jobs and Apple. Maybe grab another dongle on your way out. So we have these canned responses that tell them how to accomplish their goal. If there's a refund, we have a canned response for that. And if people are asking questions about products that aren't directly related, our team knows to go search for a blog post that's relevant to their question and send them the helpful free content that we've already created to help them get their answers as best they can. So you build this library of templates or canned responses, and then when you see these emails pop back in, you're able to just go grab that template, that canned response, fire it off, make any little changes you need, and it really, really speeds up your time inside of the customer service role, inside of that kind of inbox of customer support or the ticket system. Then when you're ready to bring someone on, you're ready to bring a teammate, all those canned responses are there. All of those kind of templates you've built over time are there, and you have this huge database of tickets that are now closed and resolved that you can have them go through to start to learn about the types of questions that your customers ask. If you're inside of a Gmail account and they're having to go in, it not only gets frightfully messy inside of an email account, but it's really challenging to give other people access to it if they're in another country. Google and Gmail is going to be like, hey, wait, you can't log into this account. We need to verify you. And you need to make sure you have a system that's always on, always available for your customer service rep. And you might be sleeping and Gmail might be trying to alert you with some 4-number digit code to get them access to the account. So build it in the right system, do the work yourself, learn to become a master of customer support, realize that customer support very much can become a huge asset generating side of your business, just like it was for Zappos. The fact that Zappos got so well known for having such good customer support made other people that much more willing to buy their shoes from Zappos. Again, it became $1 billion company, which is, just an amazing growth story. And a huge part of that growth is Zappos' approach to customer service. They did customer service in a new, unique niche, right? It was online shoes, and they did support and service in a way that no one else was willing to do. That built their name up almost instantly as the go-to people for buying shoes online, because for any reason you want to return it, you always know you can return it to a Zappos rep. If you just want to call and talk to somebody, literally, you can just call and talk to Zappos reps. I think they actually award people for the longest call they have, and I think there's been like a 7 or 8 hour call, right? So their whole philosophy of customer support is you want the engagement. Those long engagements with customers are huge for your brand value. It's going to make them talk about it to their sphere. It's going to make them more comfortable with your brand. It's going to make them more willing to be one of those lifelong customers who spends hundreds, thousands, I don't know, maybe tens of thousands of dollars with your business. And I know some of you on this channel have $100,000 plus lifetime customer value, and you just never know who's going to ascend to that level. Sometimes relationships get off to rocky starts, and one good customer service experience can convince that person to come back and try again when the timing is right. A bad experience in that rocky start, and it's game over. And not only is it game over, they might go burn you on Google, Yelp, and on social media, because everyone thinks today of like, oh, well, I'm going to take my business from you and I'm going to go flame you on social media. That is kind of a default response, and people's willingness to flame you when they've had a bad kind of experience is actually a lot higher than their willingness to go give the 5-star review. Unfortunately, it's just kind of the way of life. Really, I think that's the core of it. The big tech idea is get it out of your inbox. Go get started on Freshdesk, run everything through. They have really simple instructions. You go into your email address within your control panel and you just set it to forward over to their system. And when someone emails your support@yourdomain.com, it just auto generates a ticket in the ticketing system. When you log in, you see all the tickets that are new, you see all the tickets that are replied. You can set yourself a window. I shoot to have every ticket answered within 12 hours. That is a business-wide kind of goal of all of our customer support representatives. We have 2 full-time people who run our customer support, and they work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Every day, 7 days a week. It's a 12-hour turnaround because I want to surprise people with how quick we are, how attentive we are, how helpful we are. I try to go the extra mile, especially if you're dealing with digital downloadable products. It really costs us nothing. I mean, I'm talking a matter of pennies in order to deliver a product to someone. So if someone had a bad experience with a product, they weren't sure about it, this, that, the other, I oftentimes offer them a complimentary product for free instead. Like, hey, we can give you that refund, but would you like our higher end product that might give you the goal that you wanted? Because ultimately they made that purchase for a reason. They want a result. And if they didn't feel like they got it from that first product and they're wanting a refund, maybe giving them something free that will help them get that result that they truly want. Maybe that's the actual approach there. But we always really just try to take care of our customers. We want them to know that any problems you have, just come to our support team. They're there to help you out. That is their job, is to help you out in many senses. And I think you take that approach because when you build a customer-centric business and you do your customers right, it's just so, I just can't tell you the number of times we have people who they get a refund for whatever reason on that first one, but man, they stick around for 3 years and they keep buying our stuff and they become members and they're on our membership for 3 or 4 years. And it all started with them maybe accidentally clicking yes, upgrade me on the one-click upsell in our initial funnel. And the fact that we got back really quick, within 4 or 5 hours, we said, yep, no problem. We've got this refund for you. It'll be in your account in a couple of days. The fact that that experience happened so quick after that refund request made them think, wow, like I can trust these people. Aha. There you go. Trust. That's the key to making sales online. That's the key to growing your business. And I truly believe that having excellent customer service is the key to building that trust quickly and effectively. Get on Freshdesk, get it out of your inbox, learn the skill, master the skill yourself, and then pass it off. I was doing customer support for my wife and I until it got to about 2 to 3 hours per day, when I was like every day going in with 60, 70 tickets and a lot of responses to our email address, our broadcast emails go in there. That was when it was time for me to bring someone on full time. And I brought someone on who was excellent at customer support. She is in the Philippines. I ran that job listing in the United States, Canada, and the Philippines. The girl in the Philippines had the best qualifications. She managed like a call center. So she was not only kind of a customer support experienced individual, like a professional in that space. She actually managed a team of people, which is what I wanted. I wanted somebody who's proven to be able to make executive decisions. She pretty much has the ability to give away anything, any product we offer up to $97 at any time. She does not need to authorize that through me at all. I trust her enough to move forward and do that. Her rate is very reasonable for us, and she's great. She runs all of these. When I brought her on for those 3-4 hours a day, I started adding other tasks, getting her helping out with Pinterest, getting her helping out with site audits, and doing lots of little other tasks. I brought her on full time when I knew I had about 3 or 4 hours a day for 7 days a week, and I needed to find that extra maybe 2-3 hours a day for the 5 days a week for her to work. And that was my hat over the fence to find more valuable tasks for her to be able to work. She has become an absolute integral part of my business. Then the last thing I'm going to leave you with, when you find a customer support rep who's great, they show up, they treat your customers well, they do the work, they're in the system, they're out, they're efficient, and they give great support. Be sure you give them raises. Be sure you take care of them. If you don't, someone else will. Someone will fish them away. So I pay my team very generously because I want them to stick around for the long term, because I don't have to think about that aspect of my business in any way, shape, or form. I know I rest easy at night knowing that our customers are taken care of, and I know that my customer support rep who takes care of them is taken care of because I'm paying her bills and I'm paying her well. So she has no desire to go find a local job. I'm paying her better than the local jobs. She has no desire to go kind of jump ship to another digital business because I pay her more than most digital businesses would pay customer support representatives, because I honor her in that way, and I'm really helpful and thankful for her help. I hope this has been helpful for you. Really take time to get to know. It can be challenging when people are frustrated with your product. If it's something you built on your own, learn to turn off the emotions for that experience. Get in, get out, get them the refund. It's so much easier if somebody's just complaining in a long email about everything that was wrong. Just scroll to the bottom. Are they asking for a refund? If they are, ignore everything. Say, great, your refund's been processed. It'll be to you in 2 days, and move on to the next. Don't internalize all of their ideas and what you should do, this, that, the other. Realize that they're in a unique place in their life. Help them achieve their goal as quickly as you can, and then get on to the next. Get done with everything in that support box so you can get back to the money-making side of the business, creating your content and growing your list and growing your customer list. That's the path. I really, really think you need to pay close attention to what's going on in your customer support. I do get in my customer support box very often. So does Melanie. We like to stay up on things. Last thing, this might be like the fourth last thing in the video. I use Slack as an app for the communication. So if my customer support team has a question for me that they want to just ping me a super quick question, like, hey, I think they're asking about this. Is that right? They shoot me a message in Slack, and I'm able to reply right on the app on my phone, or it pops up on my computer. So Slack is like our chat interface, me and my customer support rep, and then she's inside of the Freshdesk, which is where we run our support. Thanks for your time. Be good to your customers, and your customers will be good to you. Love your customers, even the ones that ask for refunds. We all ask for a refund from time to time, and we all like it when it's quick and easy and it's done right. It leaves us a good feeling, and your customers, just people remember how you make them feel. right? And if you make them feel like you heard what they were asking for, you accomplished what they did, even if it's coming from a challenging situation and they wanted a refund and they feel like they were taken care of, that's what they're going to remember when they walk away, that you made them feel good. You made them feel like you righted a wrong, and that is really important. That's how you grow a business long-term based on kick-ass customer support. All right. Thanks for your time. Give me a thumbs up, like, do what you do, engage how you want to engage. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. I got one coming out in about 2 days. So subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, hit the bell, and I look forward to connecting with you in a couple days. Until then, be well.